Race number 6, 1200. Class 3. We've got Nakoni County. Alfie Chan takes a £5 claim. He had no luck last time. Elon steps up in trip from the 1,000 to the 1,200 metres. Excellent Piers has a wider draw for his racetrack return. We've got Yo Beauty, who's placed 6 from 9 course and distance. Super Winner's best form has been at Shah 10. High Race Soldiers up in trip from the 1,000 to the 1,200. Trader will have his second start for Pierre Ung, and Modest Gentleman has his first run for the season on the back of 2 trials. So move to the speed map now, Nick, and Super Winners in this race, and we know he likes to bowl along in front. Is that expected on Wednesday night?
I think so, Mark. We know that he's only got one real way of going. Interesting that he comes here having done most of his racing at Shah 10. Of course, Namjong Sings has drawn a good gate. He made all when winning, so it wouldn't shock if he managed to press forward with Harry Bentley on board him. And Yo Beauty, even though he's yet to win one, Paul, he's a horse who can show prominent speed, and he's drawn the inside gate.
Yeah, and Trader, look, he went forward last time. I think he'll try and just slot in just in behind. And Excellent Piers is drawn a little bit wide, but the way the race pattern is, I think he can just sort of slot in there back in midfield, and we know Elon likes to get back.
He does indeed, but we are going to start with Excellent Piers, who's done a really good job, especially over the course and distance of the 1,200 around Happy Valley. His trainer is Frankie Law, and this is what he told Nick on Tuesday morning at Shah 10.
Frankie, Excellent Piers, very much a horse in form for Wednesday night. He's done a really good job since he's been with you.
Yeah, last season, 4 start, 2 win, 2 second. It's really good.
Talk us through his preparation for his seasonal reappearance. He had a trial around Happy Valley recently.
Yes, I put Joe on. He's not top fit, but I think after trial should be better.
Just on where he's sort of drawn, he's in gate number 8. Is that a good place to be, do you think, for a horse like him?
Not really. I think last season he always have a good draw, so that's why he 4 start, 2 win, 2 second. This time he draw 8, maybe a little bit tricky, but I think the pace should be fast, and then I think should be okay for him.
He's now got to move into slightly tougher company into Class 3. I mean, he seemed very progressive last year. Do you feel he's still very progressive going forward this season?
I think so. And only the jaw a little bit problem, but anyway, we need to have a look. He weighs first, yes.
And given sort of where he's at now, sort of towards the bottom end of Class 3, obviously for a horse that races around Happy Valley, the Million Challenge, DBS and Manulife is always quite attractive. Is he a possible horse that you might try and target for those races? I mean, he's going to run in them regardless, but is he a horse that you think can, step forward again and perhaps rack up a few nice points in that?
Yeah. I think depends by how he's won on Wednesday. He's good on the Happy Valley. I think I will just stay in Happy Valley first.
Mentioned in the interview there, Nick, about the draws. He's been blessed with good ones, but not so much for his first up run this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, he's in gate number 8. I mean, that obviously makes it a little bit tougher for him, doesn't it? But he's a horse in form, and I think you have to respect that coming into this.
And it was a good quality trial, Paul. Fantastic Treasure, Cordy, Step 6, both went up against him.
And he was a little bit slow away, so he did settle towards the back, and the trial ran on really nicely. So I'd see on race day something similar. He'll just sort of sit just back in midfield, and he'll be running on late. And I think he's a good chance. I think he's very capable of winning in Class 3.
We'll pull up his graphics card now, and this is what he's done so far. You can see that record around Happy Valley, 9 starts for 2 wins and 4 placings, but both wins have been over the 1,200, Paul. Yeah,
they have, haven't they? So, look, he does like it over this 1,200 metres here. And, look, the horse has gone up in the ratings last season. He did win the back end once Frankie got him. And, look, he did run second last time off the 63 rating. He's rated 64, so, he's more than capable, I think.
Yeah, his record for Frankie obviously very good. Just the 4 runs and a couple of wins, and it's very respectable.
Matthew Chadwick takes the ride, and he has ridden him before. We move on, Nick, to Nakoni County. Now there he is, buried on the rail. He just has no luck in this race.
Yeah, do you know what? Watching it back again, and as I did say before, he's really had a bit of a troubled passage, this horse, hasn't he? So hopefully things go that little bit smoother for him this time in. Good draw. Alfie Chan's on board, claiming £5 as well, which has got to be a plus. And he's also got strong course and distance form, Paul.
He definitely has. He's second up now. He sort of failed second up last time, but look, he's an older horse now, so I've definitely included him.
Namjong Singh's Paul comes here without a trial, and I know Nick's keen on Equilibrium Turbo.
Yeah, Equilibrium Turbo, he finished off nicely. And Namjong Singh's, when he did win his race last season, he sort of led all the way. He's going to put himself right on the pace there because he's drawn nicely in barrier number 2 and did win fresh up last season.
Equilibrium Turbo third off this mark a couple of starts ago, and I didn't mind his recent trial actually. I thought it was eye-catching enough. So yeah, I think he's interesting.
What do we make of Super Winner, Nick? He's a horse that hasn't really shown much around Happy Valley simply because his best form is 1,400 metres.
Yeah, look, he's had 10 runs here before. He's run a couple of OK efforts, obviously, without winning. He's been placed a handful of times. I mean, it's interesting. I thought this was a really good run here, Paul, this day. Like, he's battled back and he's sort of not wanted to sort of lie down. But, yeah, interesting coming to the Valley.
Yeah, well, when he did race at the Valley, he was in that sequence where he hadn't won all the races. He suddenly just started winning them in a row afterwards. Now, so coming back to the Valley, he did run a couple of places. I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Traders in this replay, Paul.
Yeah, so Trader's another one that he's had the benefit of a recent run. And look, it wasn't a bad run from him. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 4 as well. So he's another one that's got to be thought of or included.
He must be, yeah. I think that run last time was good, and he's drawn a good gate here as well.
Yo Beauty, we head up to Chungfa. Nick, he's yet to win, but he's come up early favourite for the race.
Which is not really surprising, to be honest. I mean, he's one of them horses that that sort of draws you in with every start without obviously managing to get that win. 0 from 20. Look, he's been doing a decent job in his trials, this fellow. He's always saved his best, Paul, for Happy Valley. He has run at Shartin on a few occasions, but I wouldn't want to take too short a price about him.
No, not with a 20-start maiden. No. That is a little bit of a concern, to be honest.
All right, so that is pretty much all of them we've seen, I think, except Modest Gentleman, who's at the moment at 13 and 4. Was the winner amongst them, or are you going Modest Gentleman?
Oh, I like Modest. No, I haven't. I did look at him twice, say Modest Gentleman. He's had 2 trials leading into it, but I've gone with the 4 here on top. Excellent pairs. He had said one start in Class 3, ran really well when running second, so I think he's more than capable. Traders had that run under his belt, as has Nakoni County, and was unlucky. And look, I'll put Super Winner in just on a minor line ahead of Yo Beauty. 4916.
I've gone with a 7 here, Equilibrium Turbo. I think he's an interesting horse, judged on that run 2 starts ago. And it's a competitive looking race, but I think at a bit of value, he might be one worth siding with. Over Excellent Peers, who's obviously got all the form in the book. Yo Beauty must go in because he usually runs a place more often than not, but still struggling to win one, which is a concern. And the 3 Namjong Sings, I think, looks well placed to run another nice race here. So 7, 4, 5 and 3 for me.